there, thanks for joining me today. I just wanted to invite anybody who is interested in the ScanNCut or who has a ScanNCut and isn't already in our group on Facebook. I want to invite you to our group, okay? It's got a really long name. Brothers ScanNCut Tutorials for Beginners with Clever Dog Designs, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure that there's more to that. Sorry, I thought somebody knocked on my door. Okay, so this is our little group. I need to do some editing on the pictures and stuff. I haven't been on here in a while on the PC. I'm almost always on the phone. So you can almost reach me almost always on here or in the SOAR group. And if it's something I can't answer, somebody else in the group will definitely be able to answer. If you directly need me, tag me. Or come over here to Clever Dog Designs and choose send message. Don't send it to my personal because whenever the personal messages come into my messenger from people I don't know, it goes into this weird spot that I can't seem to find again. So yeah, find me here. You could just send a message right there. If it's something that is needed, like an urgent question that you have about your ScanNCut, you can go ahead and type it into the group, or you can contact Brother directly. Don't ever feel like you're alone because Brother has a great customer service. We just have this group I started it to share my ScanNCut videos, and I didn't have very many. But it grew, and it grows every day. We have 16,686 members in our ScanNCut group. And I'm not going to hover over that very long because there are people's personal in there. But the group was created in 2016. If you come here, you can look in the About. When you go to the discussion, I'm not going to click on it because, again, it's people's personal stuff. And this is a closed group, so anything you put in here will only be seen by the people in the group. You can't share anything from the group. If somebody posts their pictures, you can't share it. We're all encapsulated into this group. With that being said, we're totally okay with you talking about your favorite group, putting links for your favorite groups, and if you have a ScanNCut group of your own, please advertise in our group about your ScanNCut group or your page or your business or whatever it is that you do. There's no competition here. There's, just come and learn with a group of other people that are like-minded. It's the nicest, sweetest group. The most things that I ever have reports on are generally people selling stuff in the group, and not just people, but like obviously advertisers who somehow managed to get into the group. But we don't have any drama. Now I know that I say that we're going to have some, but we don't ever really have any drama. Sometimes people will say things that aren't very nice or they seem a little too direct. Just delete them. We don't really even get into it. I don't explain to people why I delete their comments. Just do it. So over here, there's a bunch of stuff. This learning part is something I'm going to dive into hopefully this weekend. It lets us put the group into a format where it's like a class. So I'm really interested in learning that. I just haven't yet. There's group chats that you can get in on. I'm not sure if there are any going on right now. I'm not going to click on it because, again, I don't want anybody's personal stuff shown. But I just want to show you guys all this stuff that is here. If there's announcements, you can check who the members are. There will be events coming soon because I want to do some events for those people who haven't gotten their machine out of the box yet, or they've gotten it out and it's pretty much turned into a paperweight. I'm going to work on creating some SVGs and creating some events so that we can all just get my machine's been out of the box for a long time. I researched it, so much that as soon as it got here, I knew what to do, and I listened to so many people's mistakes and advice and stuff like that, that luckily I didn't cut through my mat. But that's what most people are afraid of. And if you start with your blade really low and do test cuts, you will not cut through your mat, okay? It's just if you take other people's advice on what blade depth something should be at, and you go to do it and it's too deep on yours or your material is different or something, get frustrated with the machine, and that's not fair. You have to go slow with the blade to do your test cuts. Take everything really easy. If the mat comes unsticky, the mat, you only get a couple. To me, for high use people, you're only going to get a couple weeks of good use out of it, and it loses its sticky. So, that's something that the machine or a lot of people get frustrated with the machine. And so there are ways around that. And one thing that you can do to prevent that is to slowly pull your materials off of your mat instead of yanking it off. Whenever you yank it off, it takes all that glue with it. And I did ask a question about baby wipes. For those that I'm just throwing this stuff in for help. The baby wipes that people use that do not have fibers are from like Costco, Seventh Generation, and Huggies, and a couple other ones. Everybody had a different answer, but I've always ended up with nothing but fiber, like more fibers on my mat than I started with when I use baby wipes. So those were just some suggestions that people gave me about the mat. So, anyways, I don't know where I got onto that. Just giving you guys some small tips about getting your machine out, getting the mat out, and not being scared. Join our group. You're going to get a whole bunch of people in the group that have a lot of experience, and they can help you. There's also people in the group that have no experience, and you guys can fumble together. Our moderator is Jennifer, and she is amazing and has her own group. And that group has tons of videos, tons of files. She also wrote a ScanNCut manual that you can buy from her on Etsy. So our group is awesome, but her group is really, really awesome. She really pours her time into making sure that people are learning the machine, getting it out, getting stuff made. And so, whenever you join the group, there should be an announcement in the group that you can find that'll show you, or you can just ask a question, what group is it that is Jennifer's group that you mentioned in the video? And then I'll just give you a link to her group. But it is in the announcements, I believe. It should be anyways. So files, this is where you can find SVGs and I believe other like PNGs and things like that people have created and are giving to the group for free. And then this is all other stuff from me. But this is where you can find us. It's Brother ScanNCut Tutorials for Beginners with Clever Dog Designs. And that's what I wanted to touch at. Okay. Before I go, there are 3 questions for whenever you enter the group. And you have to, if you have a friend in the group, you don't have to answer any of the questions. And if you're in another ScanNCut group, you don't have to answer any of the questions either. Just leave them blank. I'll see that you're in, especially if you're in like Brother ScanNCut Users, that one that's run by Margaret. If you're in that group, you're almost always approved. You don't have to answer the questions. However, the questions are really, really fun. Well, not all of them, but 2 of them, okay, they're not on here. 2 of the questions are to kind of weed out what people are actually coming into the group for, trying to make sure that we're not getting bots and people that are just coming to the group to post links for things they're selling. And the second one is a promise not to sell personal stuff like your ScanNCut mats, accessories, and stuff like that. Margaret, the owner of the Brother ScanNCut Users group, she has a separate group for selling as well. And that should be in the announcements also. If not, just message me or ask in the group and I'll get you a link to that as well. You can post links to sales items, like anything that's, goes with ScanNCut, anything that goes with, materials and things like that. That's okay to post. Just don't be trying to sell your personal items. That's all. So that's the second question. And the third question is just for fun. but it's my favorite question, and I am loving the responses that I get. And I hope that if you don't answer any other questions when you're trying to join the group, you at least answer the third question. It's the question you don't have to answer, but it's my favorite question to hear back from you guys. So anyways, there are 3 questions to get into the group. If you, for some reason, try to get in the group and you get denied, it might be because my husband denied you, and I'm really sorry. Come back here, find me right here, click send message, and just say, hey, I want to be in the ScanNCut group. Can you please let me in? And we'll work on it together. Alrighty? So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope that this was super duper helpful. I cannot wait to see you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.